What's happening, guys? Hope your day's going well. Today, we're going to review Vice and Vibes Compound Pump. This is one of their new formulas. NutriCartel sent me this, so if you guys are interested in this product, I'll put a link down below to NutriCartel. Go show them some love. They also sent me Speed. The review's coming soon. So this is Vice and Vibes Compound Pump Pre-Workout. If you're new to the channel, my name is David. This is a mission of muscle. Not only is nutrition, recovery, and training important, but the supplements we decide to choose. So that's why I'm reviewing them for you guys, are as important to give you guys an idea on how these things deliver, what the effects are, and if it's something you want to utilize as you're training and trying to reach your goals. So we're going to jump right into this. This is an unflavored version. So that doesn't mean that it doesn't have any flavors. So just so you know, if you try to take this by itself, it doesn't mean, just because it says unflavored, it doesn't mean that there is no flavor. You want to throw this with a pre-workout with some flavor. You want to throw it with some BCAAs with some flavor. Today I threw it with some BCAAs with some flavor because taking this on its own is going to be straight ingredients. And just so you know, these ingredients without any flavor by themselves, it ain't good. So don't torture yourself that way. Throw it into something with some flavor. So this is 20 servings, and one scoop is supposed to be, or one serving is supposed to be 12.7 grams. Just so you know, a flat level pack scoop is only 11.2 grams on my scale. So don't be afraid to do a heaping scoop of this. Other than that, you're going to have to throw it on the scale to get the exact amount, but there's no stims in this thing. So if you go a little bit over, it's not going to hurt you. So we're going to jump right into the ingredients and then get into the effects so you guys can get on with your day and I can go run up and eat dinner. My whole scheduling's changed, so I'm working out later now, trying to get it in before dinner time and then trying to get the reviews in at the same time for you guys. So we're going to jump right on the top here. We got L-Citrulline, 6 grams. This is for vasodilation or relaxing. However you want to say it. This relaxes the blood vessels and allows them to dilate wider. And this is better than arginine for those that don't know. A lot of you guys already know this. This metabolizes in the kidneys and the arginine. Arginine breaks down in the stomach too much, and you only get like 40% or 45% of the arginine you take if you are using arginine for the actual vasodilation and pumps. L-citrulline works so much better. Bypasses the digestion to the kidneys, and this dose here in studies has been shown to increase endurance because it's been shown to increase oxygen to the muscles. So very good dosing as far as that goes. We all love L-citrulline. Then we have HydroPrime at 4 grams. That's 65% glycerol, which means it's going to yield about 2.5, 2.6 grams of glycerol. That's a good whopping dose. Most products are going to have like 1. I'm always like 1.4 is what I'm figuring out, but 2.5, 2.6 grams of glycerol, that's actually really, really nice. It's going to help with hydration on a cellular level for your muscles. So if you're hydrated, if you're drinking enough water, this stuff will actually hydrate your cells during your training, your muscle cells, and allow you to push longer and push farther in the gym. So very, very good ingredient for more endurance. Then we got sodium chloride, which is salt at 1 gram, which is in a form of pink salt. So it's going to have some electrolytes. Being in a form of pink salt, it's going to have some extra electrolytes and minerals in there. And then other than that, it's going to help with cell hydration and water balancing as far as rehydration effects as you're drinking and your EAAs or your water. Then we got pine bark extract, 300 milligrams. And they did it right, 95%. 95% extract. Love that. Pine bark extract is one of my favorite pump ingredients. So this is this has polyphenols and it has taxolifins in it. So because it's my favorite ingredient, I'm a type 1 diabetic, and as a diabetic and diabetics in general, we don't get great blood flow in the legs. Pine bark extract has been shown in studies to help with more blood flow and circulation below the belt. So very, very good. Of course, it has all kinds of different things as far as erectile dysfunction stuff, dysfunction benefits and stuff like that. But blood flow is a key thing with this thing. And through studies, not only does this release because it has polyphenols, which has catechins and epicatechins in it, just like green tea and a lot of other things. But this has other ingredients. Actually, one ingredient is unknown. And in the epithelial tissue, they found that one of the ingredients in pine bark actually penetrates the cell wall of the epithelial tissue and actually creates an anti-inflammatory effect throughout the body as it does that. But they don't know what the ingredient is. I mean, if somebody does, if somebody knows more than me and knows what the ingredient is, if they figured it out by now. But anyways, it's one of those unknown ingredients. It has tons of benefits. It also has been studied to help with ADHD as far as for memory and focus, because this dilates the blood vessels in the whole body from head to toe, blood-brain barrier. It's also been coupled and studied along with acetylcholine. So what happens is when we go use our muscles, these cells release acetylcholine into the blood to have it shuttled to the muscles. And there's an endothelial indirect response with dilation that's supposed to happen. And what they found is when you take pine bark extract and the acetylcholine transmission is actually underway, it's been shown to increase that dilation by 42% more from the already dilated indirect response from the endothelial tissue of the acetylcholine. So it's going to give you more transfer of acetylcholine for muscle contractions to the brain. Love this ingredient. All kinds of different things about this ingredient. So I can go on and on, but I'm not going to bore you. L-Citrulline, 300 milligrams. So this is an aromatase inhibitor. So this is going to block an enzyme called aromatase, which actually degrades arginine and then throws it in the urea cycle. So basically you piss it out. So it breaks it down, and that's basically to actually maintain nitrogen balance in the body. So a very good ingredient. I like it. It's got some studies in there as far as they came out with some studies that it possibly could have some neuro factor negatives to it, but there was a lot of the studies weren't conclusive. So I don't agree. I read through them, and there were so many open gaps and all kinds of different things, and they've never studied it after that. So as far as I'm concerned, I like the ingredient. I don't mind it in there. It works very, very well. Then we got estrogen at 50 milligrams. Estrogen has been shown to increase arginine by 65%, the absorption, and L-Citrulline by 45%. So fantastic dose of 50 milligrams. So this is going to increase the absorption rate of the L-Citrulline in the body to help, with the vasodilation and pump. So how did this do? Vice and Vives compound pump. Why do I consider this one of my favorite pump products? Vasodilation was freaking insane on this sucker. So I'm telling you, I was so dilated today doing biceps more than before. So I dilate already, but this, for me, gave me that vein popping vasodilation. The tightness on this thing. So just so you know, as far as I'm concerned, the tightness is there. It's not too overwhelming. And the cell swelling, very, very balanced. Everything's balanced. Vasodilation, cell swelling, and pumps. But what I noticed today, because I wanted to take it today with just some caffeine and some BCAAs, is I took it with speed the other time, and I had tons of power and strength in the gym. It was just insane. So I was just like, you know what? I don't want to take it with speed. I want to see how this thing does with the dosing here. 6 grams of L-Citrulline, 2.5 grams of glycerol, the Norvaline, the pine bark extract, which has been studied also. I can go over all kinds of studies for muscular endurance. But I wanted to see how this thing did and how it hit on a training session with just some caffeine. I had 200 milligrams of caffeine today, and I'll tell you something. This thing provided some power, strength, and endurance in the gym. I had a fantastic workout. I still am kind of flying on this thing. So I highly recommend this if it's something you can utilize in your supplements. So it does have 6 grams of L-Citrulline, which you can most stack with almost any pre-workout out there. It does have pine bark extract, but I wouldn't stack it with a pre-workout that has grapeseed extract in it, because that's too many polyphenols, too many OTCs, I don't know how you say. It's just too much. Whenever I tried to dose the green tea or the grapeseed, green tea, and pine bark extract all together at the same time in a pre-workout, when I tried to do that, it had adverse effects to me. So it's one or the other. So if you're stacking this with a pre-workout, make sure that it doesn't have any kind of polyphenols or anything in it, other than you can do it with EpiCat or something like that, which is just a straight epicatogen or something like that. But keep it simple. Keep it simple when you're stacking this thing. But this would stack fantastic on just a stim junkie pre, because it stacked very well on speed. I had vasodilation, I had pumps, especially with all that nootropic and stim hit. So it worked out really well with a high stemmed product too. So just wanted to deliver this to you guys. I think it's a fantastic pump product. It is right now on the top 5 of the list of pump products for me, because it really delivers for me. I love it simple. It gets the job done, and it's dosed like it should be on every freaking ingredient in here. So they did a fantastic job. Once again, Vice and Vives compound pump. I got to get up and I got to eat dinner because it's getting too late, and I got 2 meals still to hit, plus some carbs that I got to throw in. So I'm going to get to that. If you didn't subscribe to the channel. If you forgot to like the like button in the beginning, please hit the like button now. It does help the channel, gets this information out to people. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. This is Dave, signing off. I'm going to go eat. You guys have a fabulous night. It's nighttime here, so I'm saying night. But if it's daytime where you're at, have a fabulous day. We'll see you next time on the channel.